Bryce, your very first line in the episode is an anorexic royal demon bird prince of hell wearing bondage gear ripping a huge orgasm. Please do it. I'm trying to win a bet. Also, Stolas, who is literally twice Blitz's size, is a sub in their relationship. Next, they'll try and tell me that Lucifer is a top.
But do you really need the book for this farm bullshit? I have like 15 new clients waiting for heads to roll.
Because a small part of this episode hinges on Stryker being impressed with Blitz's successful business, the INT has suddenly gone from business being slow and a pile to having a massive backlog of clients that have so long that they can barely afford to go without the book for a single day. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. Your next line will be, first of all, I wouldn't call 5 episodes of sudden change. Second of all, they probably got at least some form of money in every single episode so far. And third, they had a massive line of clients in the third episode. And considering the fact that the sale was only half off, they probably made huge money on that day. So of course their business is bigger now than it was at the start. But I'm going to once again reiterate that it shouldn't be the fans' job to fill in the gaps that the show itself forgot to cover. This is, as always, a tiny nitpick, but it would have been cool to actually make us feel how much this business has grown before their success had to become a plot point for an episode without any build-up.
My grimoire.
Levioso.
The Harvest Moon is a very special occasion.
It's also a very special game franchise. Or so I'm told. I only ever owned this one on the GameCube. I have no idea why I have it, and I don't even know if this is considered to be one of the good ones. But there, I made my obligatory Harvest Moon joke. Moving on. Thank you so much for briefly making me try to figure out how Blitz got a feather in his mouth. I really needed that today. Also, what undercover object is blocking our view of the bird dick? You can see that both of Stolas' legs are outside the blanket, I think. Are those his legs? Actually, Stolas' proportions are looking weirder and weirder the longer I stare at this frame.
I've never really been. I hear it's full of inbred chuckle fucks.
Hey, stereotypes aren't always true. I know that from experience. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. My name is Kyle, and I'm not the kind of guy who guzzles Monster Energy and punches holes in my mom's drywall. I'm the kind of guy who feels bad whenever I forget to thank Siri for answering my questions. This promise of special access doesn't actually go anywhere at all. They stay at Millie's parents' house most of the time, and during the speeches, they're just part of the crowd like everybody else. Hell, he could have at least given them a VIP backstage pass or something.
Look, I told you, we're not bodyguards, okay? That was a one-time thing we did badly.
Back when I talked about Episode 3, I mentioned that there were absolutely zero hints at these episodes being connected in any way, even going as far as to say that the events of the previous episodes were never brought up again. But somebody pointed out in the comments that the events of Lululand actually were going to be referenced in a later episode based on the preview clips that I actually did in fact see before I wrote the script for that video. So Hell of a Boss has barely any continuity between episodes so far, but I will own up to the fact that I was wrong when I said that there'd be absolutely none whatsoever. But one last thing about this scene that I really need to talk about, way to completely undo all the character growth that we got from the Lululand episode. Stolas' affair with Blitz was played strictly for comedy, before the end of episode 2 suddenly decided that this affair has actually been causing some serious damage to his family for quite some time now. But then, literally, the next time we see Stolas, we are once again back to ha-ha funny sex laugh. I'm only going to add one sin for now, but I'll get back to this. Haha, another callback to Lululand, but why is there an advertisement on top of their house that they own? Does Millie stab things in her sleep? The knives are only on her half of the bed. I feel like they missed an opportunity to make Moxie's ringtone some sort of classical symphony or maybe an opera, rather than just generic demonic sounding organs. Jeez, does Millie get this excited over every vacation?
The Harvest Moon Festival! Lululand! Wait, where are you calling from?
What prompted Moxie to ask this question? I mean, yes, he ended up being completely right about Blitz watching them sleep again, but the way he asked it sounded more like he was confused and suspicious. He was asking, where are you calling from? When he should have been asking, where are you calling from? Also, there was no way that Blitz was having this phone call at normal speaking volume without Millie and Moxie both being able to clearly hear him talking 6 feet directly above them. There are some voice actors whose voices I can recognize almost immediately, and then there are some voice actors who are Edward Bosco.
How's my deadly little pumpkin spice doing?
How was that him? How? Ah, I see the Viv's team went to the Pixar School of Designing Mom Characters.
Freelance pays fine, Mom. We're doing fine. It's fine.
I feel like this is a cry for help from an independent animation team that, until Has-Been Hotel's release, is skating by exclusively on merch sales.
Greetings, Lynn. Joe?
Everybody in this entire show has cool hell names like Blitz, Moxie, and Luna, and now we have Lynn and Joe.
It's a pleasure to finally meet the sperm and egg factory that popped out this little gem of an assassin.
If you needed any more evidence that Moxie is the entire universe's punching bag, just remember that this first impression made Millie's parents like Blitz more than Moxie.
I mean,
We're fun.
Nailed it. This little interaction here. Luna is not impressed, and Blitz needs to calm the down. Millie's actual name is Mildred. Also, if I had nickel for every time Vivzy Pop created a character with a golden tooth that is apparently making some fans question their heterosexuality?
Millie, I am not above hitting a female. That's pretty impressive, sir. Oh. Yeah, it is. I guess it is, isn't it?
I actually love this legitimate, happy moment when Blitz realizes how well he, an imp, the lowest of the low in the socioeconomic hierarchy of hell, has actually made a lot more for himself than most imps ever will. And just like in the living world, all it took was an idea, some good friends, a lot of dangerous and sometimes thankless work, and a small loan of an otherwise completely unobtainable book that was supplied to her by a member of the rich elite. I didn't notice this in my first viewing, but Millie is visibly annoyed at the very first mention of the game that she isn't allowed to compete in, and I think it deserves a mention.
The last competition ended in 15 separate funerals.
If accidental deaths are just something that people expect from these games, then I'm honestly surprised that Millie got banned for causing some of them. Even if she did technically cause more deaths than the other competitors combined.